Maybe just some your own text.
Yeah, maybe you can sum it up for us. It was just your experience of this transition program.
Well, I think for some of us, I think the guys did say earlier on that we came here not necessarily knowing what the program was about. I can speak for myself personally that I was a student at some point. I had to leave. I had to stop studying because of football commitments. So for me, it was just coming back to a territory that I know that I used to be quite comfortable in. And it was just scary for me personally because I hadn't done this for like 2.5 years. I wanted to test my mind if I can still get that through the mind, through the line. So for us, it was just an experience that we didn't know that it was going to end in this manner. And till today, after like 2 weeks or so, I already have 2 businesses that I'm running already, that I'm trying to see if they can, take care of me after football. So this program was very helpful. It really changed our sense of thinking, the things that we do, and even with how we treat money. And for some of us, luckily, we have people like Rama, Tulan that tell their plans that they've put in place to where they are today. And you can already see that these are people that have a sense of security for after football. So for me personally, it was just an experience that I'm very grateful for to Gibbs and to the PSL. And I'm hopeful that my businesses can take care of me after football as well.
One of the things with you is that you realized early that your opportunities at Sundowns would be limited, and you did what a lot of people wouldn't do, which is to leave. A lot of people, Riyad Peterson said it, he said that if you're getting the salary here, why would I go and struggle somewhere else, even though I'm not playing? You left, went to Maritzburg, went to Stellenbosch. Do you think that has advanced your career? Because yes, Sundowns is Sundowns, but you were on the field, you're getting the game time that you'd want as a footballer.
Yeah, I went to Cape Town All-Stars first actually, and I think the NFD helped me a lot. The 2 seasons that I spent at Cape Town All-Stars was very helpful for me, and I think that's what made me believe that to go to Cape Town All-Stars, I left there on loan essentially. And then the 2 seasons that I spent there, I was given an option to renew, and I told myself, you know what, I think I've done enough in the NFT to see if I can take a chance and go to Maritzburg. So I think it's paying off now. It's really showing. It's just unfortunate Maritzburg had to be relegated last season. But at the same time, I think, probably playing my best football as well at Maritzburg. Hence, I got seen by Stellenbosch. So to answer your question, I think it's paying off very well for me, because also Sundowns played a huge role. I spent 7 years at Sundowns. I was a well-developed player, I'd like to believe, and it is paying tribute today.
You guys are on a very good streak, 17 games unbeaten. How long do you think you can maintain that, and how much of that is playing in your minds to say we are unbeaten and we can go more games without tasting a defeat?
I think personally for us, I think we're very lucky to have a coach like Coach Steve. Coach Steve always tells us one thing: it's never about what people think about us. It's never about how many games we're winning. It's just about showing up on the day of the game and making sure that we get the result. So it's not necessarily about we want to break records of how long we can go unbeaten. It's just about going to a match, each and every match, and just showing up, honestly.
T, from obviously battling relegation to now winning a cup in the top 3, top 4 this season with 9 games to go, what does that do to a player or for a player in a squad, especially as young as Stelli's team?
Yeah, luckily for us, we have. I think the coach did mention that we have a lot of mantras in our team. Because we're a young team, we always stress the importance of being there for one another, like never before. Because of our age group allows us to be able to relate to one another, makes it easy for us. So, for me personally, it's not something that I'm not used to, because at All Stars we're doing quite well. And I think the one thing that has helped me this season also is the consistency to play well, as many games as I can. And mentally it's just showing me that there's actually a bigger avenue to my talent, a bigger avenue to the team that I'm playing for. With the environment that we have a lot of youngsters that just want to do well, and I think it's showing now with the trophies, with the wins that we're getting. And I'm definitely sure, and I did say at the start of the season, my first interview, that people are going to be surprised that we're going to make a lot of special moments this season.
So we've seen that the team hardly compromise when it comes to discipline. We've seen it, 2 examples. From a group perspective, when there are ill-disciplined individuals, do they stand out? Because you guys have a certain way in which you behave, there's a certain expectation at the club. Is there, before it even gets to a point where they can be dismissed or let go out or from their contracts, is there a point where there's intervention from within the groups because you guys are such a, from the outside of our discipline group?
Well, it's just a situation where, like I'm saying, we are all at the same age. We try to be there for one another. And the most important thing is just to make sure that we are all pulling in the same line, and at the end of the day, we're all professionals. We know what is expected of us, so it's genuinely up to you.
So Stell is now not considered a stepping stone environment anymore, by the way you talking. I mean, maybe when they signed you, they would have said, do well, you can go on. Do you see it as a club that is now ambitious and that you want to achieve things with?
No, of course. I think Stell was not the only team that was interested in me, and I made a decision to go to Stellenbosch because of the approach that is taken at the team. I think I haven't been to an environment, a football environment that takes care of the football that Stellenbosch does. So I definitely see myself playing for Stellenbosch for a long time, and for me, we consider ourselves a team that is going to be competing, a team that wants to make sure that teams think twice before they play against us.
And how do you deal with the constant talk of a possible return to Gauteng? Yeah, it happens when you perform as well as you do, as individuals and as a club, because then a lot of players from your club attract interest.
Yeah. Like I say, for me, I've always told myself, and I've always had, fortunately enough, there's a nickname that I got at Cape Town All-Stars that has stuck with me all the time, and I was called Mr. Consistency. So for me, it's just consistently play well. And whatever happens, it's not in my hands, it's in God's hands, it's in my agent's hands, and it's in the club's hands.